So guys, it's David here and it's day 427. So this morning I had a few goals I want to tick off before I leave off to the gym. And that was to create my sign in and sign up page, complete my navigation, and most importantly, make one of the key functions of my application. And that is to pretty much create a set of tasks for the user to complete and they will be rewarded based on that. But obviously, I ran into some challenges and I thought to myself, look, I did pretty much the first main function I want to do, which is to create the signing page, and I have yet to done the sign up and to complete any storage and authentication for obviously the user sign in. But I think I'll do that after I come back from the gym session because it is Saturday, and if I just get it out of the way, it'll be out of the way. When I come back, at least I can focus because I also have work at 3 p.m. So the last thing I want to do is obviously, miss out on the gym and then come back from work and it's already 6 p.m. And yes, sure, I could go then, but I did some work, I did complete some work, so I think I'll go to the gym. But I guess the reason why I want to go to the gym because that is also an excuse I could take to just have to eat some more food because who doesn't like to eat food? So I'm gonna do that and go to the gym, complete my back session, and hopefully just push somewhat hard, but I think I'm gonna dial down on the weights because lately I don't know what it is, but I have just been feeling fatigued at the gym. Maybe it's time for a deload, maybe I'm just lazy, but a lot of things had happened this week, so I think I'm gonna stick with it, see how it goes. But yeah, finish this workout session, come back, see what time it is, perhaps read and complete my sign up page and figure out how I could do the routing. And at the moment, guys, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I am just simply copy and pasting the code of this other project that I had completed through the course. Now, exactly, am I learning? Yes, because I still think that I'm learning something by doing something than by doing nothing. So yeah, take it step by step, but I think that is the key to breaking through the initial fear I had, is to just pinpoint on exactly just one small thing you want to do, right? Don't think about the whole big project, right? Know exactly what you want to do, sure, but if you think about all the things you have to do, like all the little components you have to build, all the routing and stuff you have to figure out, and this goes with everything, guys. If you try to pack everything into one little session, then you're gonna be overloaded with all this task and things you may not know how to do. So pinpoint a small area you want to build. For me, that was the signing page. And for you, it may be something different, right? Find something small, complete that. And the whole idea is to build this winner effect, right? Obtain small little victories throughout your day. So it kind of makes you feel more competent in a way as it builds up momentum of success. And over time, by completing little things every single day, you will complete the bigger project in the long term. So don't be too anxious, right? Don't be too fearful of what you gotta complete. Just do it. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym now. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So guys, just came back from the gym a few hours ago, had some food, and now I am about to head off to work. But before I go, I just want to talk about something because I read this article online yesterday before bed, and it was talking about this concept called unpacking. And it was saying that a lot of people get into the wrong profession because they have not unpacked what is it to expect. You see, people want to become an entrepreneur because they only think of the riches. They only think of the luxury vacations, the freedom, but they don't actually unpack what it is you have to do every single day to become that person. And this goes with all the other professions. Perhaps you want to be a painter, perhaps you want to be a musician, perhaps you want to be famous. We all underestimate what we have to do every single day, and we tend to only think of the positives. And so a lot of the times people get into the profession, perhaps they want to become, the next James Bond, but they don't go through every single day just reading scripts, right? Practicing facial expression, practicing, all these other nuances that you have to train daily. And it's the same thing as somebody who wants to become a bodybuilder or like a fitness influencer, right? They think about all the glamour and beauty, like all the jacked bodies and six abs, but they don't want to put in the work every single day to, train for 2 to 1 hours, do the stretching, do the recovery sessions, eat clean all their lives. People only tend to think of the great things and what they want to experience, but don't unpack what they have to do to get there. And it was just a very interesting read, and I'll find the article again later when I come back from work, and I'll link it down in the description below to have a read yourself, because I really liked it. Maybe the only reason why I liked it so much is because when I start anything, guys, I tend to not unpack it, right? Because there is something good about not unpacking everything too, because it is good to have an idea of what to expect, but when you fill your mind with all the expectations, sometimes that may turn into fear, right? When you think about all the things you have to do, like I have to go to the gym 2 hours a day, I have to eat healthy, I have to avoid junk food, I have to do this and that, then it kind of overloads you to the point where you just say, you know what? Maybe I'm just gonna stay fat because that sounds like a lot of work. So sometimes to unpack something, you may actually have the fear of doing it. So to go into something with low expectations of what you have to do may be the right way for you to begin something new. And for me, that is literally what has happened for my life. I don't tend to expect what I have to do, right? I don't unpack. I just kind of go in there knowing that I want something from it. And eventually things starts to reveal. The challenges, the difficult hard work and the discipline eventually comes out. But by then, at least I have acted, right? At least I have put my head into that area. And the longer you stay into a discipline, you build this habit. And I do believe forming the habit eventually will allow you to tolerate and overcome those new challenges as those things starts to unpack for you. But definitely, I do believe for some people to be analytical and know exactly what to expect is smart. It does save you from wasting a lot of time. But being too analytical can cause paralysis. There's a term for that, but I can't remember the word at the moment. Pretty much when you think too much and that stops you from doing it. And I do believe if you think about something too much, it definitely will cause that issue for you. So know what to expect, but most importantly, don't think that everything will come easy, but don't let that stop you from doing it. Because to try something new, to experience this novelty in your life, to bring in this new experience, is something you will cherish for your whole entire life. Because this might just make up your identity and perhaps form your purpose. But if you think about things too much, if you over analyze things too much, and if that stops you from doing something new, then stop it. Because why would you do that? Because life has so much great things in stock for everyone. And the chances are, if you have not found joy and pleasure from life, then you are remaining the same and you are refusing to change. And because of that, you are enslaving yourself to the dullness of the world. So, guys, I'm gonna say something tonight that a lot of people may be offended by, but I'm gonna say it because it is very true. And for a long time, I could not swallow this pill, but eventually I had to understand. And that is, nobody gives a shit about what you're doing. Nobody gives a shit about your ambition. Nobody cares about your dream. Now, I may come off so aggressive, but when have I been dishonest to you guys? Never. And the thing is, though, I always thought that people can't be like this. That surely there are those people who are nice, who understand your ambition. Like, how can they not get it? You want to change the world, but they doubt you can. But when you step outside of your own self absorbedness and you start to see things from the other person's point of view, then you start to slowly understand that they doubt that you can do whatever it is you want to do, that they don't care about your big dreams and ambition, because most likely they themselves failed to chase their own dreams. Therefore, when you say something like that, when you have this ambition to show, to them, they are only seeing themselves, their own disappointed selves, because they once, like you, had a dream. And because they failed, they would think that eventually you would too, that this is only a phase, and why get so hyped up about it? Let me just maybe discourage this person. Perhaps not even that. Maybe let me just warn this person that you won't make it because I tried. And for a long time, I really wanted people to just understand me. Perhaps this was my own dependency to gain the approval of other people so that I could somewhat feel better about my own sense of insecurities. But over time, you realize that nobody gives a shit. Like, nobody cares until you do something with your life, until you actually go outside and create your vision and turn your dreams into reality and not just a mere thought. Because a lot of people out there are dreamers. A lot of people out there say they're going to become the next guy or the next big shit. But words literally falls on deaf ears, and action is valuable. So don't be angry that other people are disagreeing with you. Don't be angry that other people, those who are so close and dear to you, don't believe you. Because that is your fault, right? That is your fault for just talking and not doing. And again, I know this will offend somebody because at my beginning, this offended me so much. And oh God, did I wish everything to be different. If only that one person, my family, if my mom just believed me, then maybe things would be so different. But no, no matter how many people approve or encourage your dreams, if you don't do anything at the end of the day, then it is only words. Words that fall on deaf ears. Words that have been spoken by many people before you. So don't get mad at other people for not encouraging you, but rather use that as a sense of motivation for you to create your dreams. And only then, which is also the unfortunate truth, until you create something, nobody will give a shit. Keep that in mind. And I know ending tonight off on a pretty harsh and sincere note, but this really is the truth, guys. Nobody cares until you do something about it. And maybe, just maybe, that when you do turn your dreams into reality, you may gain those doubters' approval. But hey, at the end of the day, nobody will care, and just keep a note of that. Even though you become successful, those who have doubted you perhaps will only resent you more because they are jealous that you actually achieved your dreams, unlike them who failed. But with that being said, I hope you guys had enjoyed today's video, and From now on, well, until I get bored again, this is the type of content I will gonna make because yeah, if I'm gonna document my journey, at least I should do it more frequent. At least I should be more transparent with what I am doing every single day than just trying to be some philosophical guy who doesn't know exactly what he's talking about. But with that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.